Part 3 of No Body Idolatry. All right, we're continuing on. We're studying from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 23. Now we're right at around 15, 16th verse. Okay, so let's continue on. What has already happened is Ahola, she has died. Now these are two sisters that were just basically whores. Okay. So now we're Aholaba. She is now following the footsteps of her sister, even though she saw that it led to destruction, the death of her, but still haven't learned. So she's looking at the offers that were all dressed up from the land of Babylon. When she saw these paintings, she longed to give herself to them. See, she just no different today. When, like I said in my last teaching in part 2. How they were sliding each other's DMs. So she was sliding each other's. It brings to present day. She would be sliding into the man's DM because she thinks he's attractive because she saw him on pictures of him on Instagram. Blah blah blah. Okay. So they came and committed adultery with her. Okay. That's what these men. Okay. Of course, defiling her in the bed of love. After being defiled, however, she rejected them in disgust. In the same way, I became disgusted with Aholaba and rejected her, just as I rejected her sister, because she flaunted herself before them and gave herself to satisfy their lust. See, do we not see that today? Women are giving of themselves to satisfy the lust of the man or whoever they're messing with. A lot of them, they're lesbians, to the lust of each other. All right. Women get so caught into their bodies that they fall in love with the image of their bodies. And so therefore they don't desire a man anymore. They want a woman. They want to now, we'll say adventure on those same body parts that they have bought, all right, and have plastic surgery on. Now they want to engage with that type of image, that type of person. They don't no longer have the desire to want to be with a man because they have idolized the form of their body, their breasts, their butt, whatever the case may be, the lips, the eyes, the weaves, the lace fronts, whatever the case may be. Crazy, right? Let's continue on. Yes, she turned to even greater prostitution. Remember her youth when she was a prostitute in Egypt. She lusted after lovers and with genitalias. Yeah, she nothing new under the sun. So you think something new? You women out there, you like men with big donkadonks. You know what I'm talking about. She lusted after lovers with genitalias as large as donkeys and emissions like those of a horse. Crazy, right? Then you get your stuff all messed up and warped and everything. But that's what she liked. She lusted after it. She lusted after it. Just like men lust after women in their body parts. They don't care how the face looks. They just want the body. They don't want the woman. They want the breast and the vagina and these things. It's so sad. It's disgusting. But you don't never want to talk about the other flip side of it, disease, herpes, STDs, AIDS, all these things that are contracted, all these people sleeping with each other and so forth. It's just nasty. So women lusting after that, you women that are out there, you like men with big donkadonks, you just like it and you just about lose your mind, and you just look to have sex with them and you don't care what they have. You'll take care of them, it's so sad, it's just sad. And so, Aholaba, you relive your former days as a younger girl in Egypt when you first allowed your breast to be fondled. Okay, it's going back. That seed of perversion was sown into her. I think it definitely implies molestation, incest, whatever the case may be. That's why women with your daughters, I don't care what your husbands and around uncles and all that stuff, or just in the house, they should not be parading around half naked, and they need to cover themselves up. All right. Or they need to cover themselves up. That's how you open the door to molestation. They open the door to incest. The brothers still see her too, and they lust because they see those body parts, and men are aroused by things that they see. All right, let's continue on. Verse 22, the Lord's judgment of Aholaba. Therefore, Aholaba, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will send your lovers against you from every direction, those very nations from which you turned away in disgust. For the Babylonians will come with all the Chaldeans. See that? From Pekod and Shoa and Koa. And all the Assyrians will come with them. Handsome young captains, commanders, chariot officers. in present day, the celebrities, the Instagram guru, the one who, the trader, the investor that makes millions of dollars, and the YouTuber that's, has it going on, has 45 million and up, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And the high-ranking officers all riding their horses, all coming in with mock-box, G-Wagons, come on now, Bentleys, you know what I'm saying, Jaguars, all the finest of the fine cars, okay? That's what they like. They will all come against you from the north with chariots, wagons. That means, their form of transportation. A great army prepare for attack. They will take up positions on every side, surrounding you with men armed with shields and helmets. And I will hand you over to them for punishments, so that they can do with you as they please. I will turn my jealous anger against you, and they shall deal harshly with you. They will cut off your nose and ears, and any survivors will be slaughtered by the sword. This is sad. Your children will be taken away as captives, and everything that is left, it will be burned. Okay? Children taken away. You see a lot of women, they want to run the streets and so forth, and guess who's taking care of their children? Their grandmama, their mama, and so forth, because they want to run the streets. They're unfit. Or even it gets to a point they go to the state. They go to the state. Then these same women, they get hooked on drugs. The whole bit. Yesterday, introduced to cocaine, introduced to methamphetamine. So we have all these social evils that will come into play because they're living that street life, because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He's not going to let you out there just be caught up in sex and whoring and so forth. So now let's introduce some drugs, all right? Let's introduce some all these other things. Let's introduce theft. Let's introduce escorting. Come on. Now we can let me pimp you out. See, that's what the devil does. All right. So that's why you should not idolize your body. You should worship the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind. He should be first. Only you serve him. But you know what? You serving yourself. You serving yourself what? With your own lusts. They will strip you of your beautiful clothes and jewels. In this way, I will put a stop to the lewdness and the prostitution you have brought from Egypt. You will never again cast longing eyes on those things or fondly remember your time in Egypt. For this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will surely hand you over to your enemies, to those who you loathe, those you rejected. They would treat you with hatred and rob you of all of your own, leaving you stark naked. The shame of your prostitution would be exposed to all the world. You brought all this on yourself by prostituting yourselves to other nations. Okay? So you know that these sisters represent Samaria and Jerusalem. Okay? That's what the Lord does. So he's saying how the nations have done this. Look at America, United States of America. People want to go viral by doing nasty things, it's just so sad. The more debased, the more disrespectful and nasty it is, then people like that. That kind of stuff goes viral. So that shows the minds of the people. The minds of the people who say you have defiled the nation yourself with your idols. Your idols, you know what those idols are? Your body. Body idolatry. You have other things you idolize too, You idolize the thought of things. You idolize the thought of being rich. You idolize those things. You idolize ministers, and then now you see them falling too. And you both, God is first, period. God is first. Yeah. Because you have followed in your sister's footsteps, I will force you to drink the same cup of terror she drank. Yes, this is what the sovereign Lord says. You would drink from your sister's cup of terror. Wow, that is so sad. A cup that is large and deep is filled to the brim with scorn and derision. Drunkenness and anguish will fill you. For your cup is filled to the brim with distress and desolation. The same cup your sister Samaria drank. Yes. Remember I said Samaria and Jerusalem? Mm-hmm. Those sisters are symbolic of those two things, those two places. All right. You would drain that cup of terror to the very bottom. Then you will smash it to pieces and beat your breast in anguish. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. And because you have forgotten me and turned your back on me, this is what the sovereign Lord says. You must bear the consequences of your lewdness and prostitution. Let me tell you something. God is not playing with you. Okay? God is not playing with you. So you get out there and you get AIDS, you get some incurable disease, herpes, and so forth. That's on you. Yes, you'll be born again. Yes, he'll forgive you, but you're going to have to suffer. You're going to suffer and the consequence of the decision that you made. Please stop idolizing yourself. God first, all right?